It's the last Monday of the month of June in the year 2023. Good morning and welcome to the first bulletin of the day here on TV3 on New Day. My name is George Quinn. Top of the stories this morning. Constituents of ASSIN North to vote in about 24 hours for their next member of parliament as vigorous campaigns come to an end. We'll be live in the constituency for the latest. And now the U.S. Security Secretary Anthony Blinken says Wagner meeting shows real cracks in Putin's authority. We've got details of these and many more coming up in the next 20 minutes. If you spend your time with me, remember we're live on DSTV channel 279. Let's begin with the ASSIN North by-elections because campaigns for the much controversial ASSIN North parliamentary by-elections has ended. Both the governing New Patriotic Party and the main opposition National Democratic Congress held their final rallies on Sunday, June 25, ahead of Tuesday's by-election in the ASSIN North constituency. For both parties, it was a show of force. Former President John Dramani Mahama and all 136 members of parliament for the minority side were represented on the constituency grounds to support James Jachikwason. And for the MPP, President Akufo-Addo himself, along with several other party bigwigs, came in their numbers to throw their support behind MP hopeful Charles Opoku. Marina Igbata. Still on the by-election, the new Patriotic Party has crowned off campaigning in the ASSIN North constituency with a pledge to improve on development witnessed in the constituency ahead of the by-election there. And addressing the hundreds who defied the reins, President Akufo-Addo said constituents must not give in to an MP who could be in prison. Take a listen.
The governing party, the New Patriotic Party, they have sought to make the hometown of the two leading candidates their own as we prepare battle ready for the by-elections in the ASSIN North constituency. And all around in the nooks and crannies, the colors of the Elephant Party has been seeking to be dominant on the last day of campaigning before the crucial elections here at ASSIN Breku. From drama groups to loud blasting music, supporters were in a charged mood as they took to dancing and singing loudly, stating their intent of winning back the seats. The stage was not short of stalwarts and fulcrums of the ruling party, from presidential aspirants to sitting members of parliament. The full complement of the government machinery and the wheels of a ruling party was in motion. ASSIN Central MP and presidential aspirant Kennedy Japan was frontal in confronting what has been described as propaganda by the NDC team. President Akufo-Addo reiterated earlier comments that his government was not persecuting James Jachikwason and that the constituents of ASSIN North don't need an MP who could be headed to prison.
No be on the national Baba Hamaje. Let him be newspaper move. ASSIN North MP say, ASSIN North MP say. Yamene here. Ya popia Baba Yajuma. Now the fiancé of Baba Yajuma. Maybe some who the fiancé of Baba Yajuma. And that man I will to prison. And that man I will to prison. So Uncle Dream Uncle Fan Homa. Na sa na aba no if you say NDC for a penny
For the NPP's candidate for ASSIN North, Charles Opoku, he is the one candidate who can continue development in the constituency.
And now to the camp of the opposition NDC, the flag bearer for the 2024 elections has ended the party's campaign in the ASSIN North constituency, urging electors to ignore the deceit of President Akufo-Addo and the MPP that Gyachi Kweson's case is no different from late Boko MP Adamu Sakande. At a rally in ASSIN, John Dramani Mahama urged, ASSIN North to liberate the country from the scorn of the MPP.
So it was a very frontal one from John Dramani Mahama to His Excellency the President and Akufo-Addo on the comparison of James Gyachi Kweson to the late Adamu Dramani Sakande.
Enti omanpenye ntimi bedada ASSIN North for emma omondwen say Sakande die ene Gyachi Kweson die eye baako. Sakande called prison because odintro or the passports ni sie. Gyachi Kweson one for passports ni sie. Ansa ne beto aba amano e wa ASSIN North na Canada for agye to mu say wonye ye man ba biu. Enti no bone be no aye. Enti mo beto a mo fanfa ASSIN ho.
Well, while at that, John Dramani Mahama reiterated the most important reason why James Gyachi Kweson must be re-elected.
ASSIN North for abato amobetui enye kwa enye abato a eye to say abato a yato kane 2020 2016 2012 2008 2000 enye sa abato ni bi we nyame ensa ewom if you say nyame ehu amani hu a Ghana for FM na eto de bia nyame fa kwan bi so se na be ya obetwe nipa so na ode ahye ASSIN North for nsa se asotwe ha e wo se yema MPP no mu hu se enioma nkoyie no ode ahye mo nsa.
Well, as this is the final wrap, he's leaving, but he's leaving the people with one message that the NDC must come back to power in 2024, but this must be that launch pad to which the NDC must be brought back to power, because it is also a test case for the MPP. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, ASSIN India.
Well, if you're just tuning in, you're watching the first bulletin of the day here on TV3 with me, Josh Quinn. We're live on DSTV, channel 27. As you're aware, our team have already pitched camp in the constituency prior to the by-election tomorrow. And we'll be speaking live to Maureen Egbeta via Zoom to bring us to speed on the latest developments in the constituency before the elections tomorrow. Good morning, Maureen.
Good morning, George.
Must have been a busy day yesterday as, the political parties rounded their campaigns before the elections tomorrow. And how are constituents taking the last few days of heavy political activity in the constituency?
Right, George. They've taken it quite well. A lot of them have been enjoying the busy activities that we've witnessed in the ASSIN North 2020, from development in quite supersonic speed that has become the phrase used by a lot of political watchers in terms of the rapid development that has been seen in the ASSIN North 2020. That and the presence of, you name it, the biggest individuals that you can ever find. A lot of these individuals have been relishing in the moment, taking the opportunity to see the president for the first time for a lot of them, and the sheer excitement for many of them who got to see the president yesterday when he was at the Pentecostal church before they moved to ASSIN Breku, where the final rally was held. It was just pure ecstasy for a lot of the individuals. And then for supporters of the NDC as well, they've had 136 MPs from the minority side be present in the constituency as well. When Mahama made his final appearance at ASSIN India, where they concluded all of the campaign, it was just pandemonium because they wanted to welcome him from the vehicle which he was alighting onto the area where he was expected to deliver the speech. And so for supporters of both the NDC and the NPP, it's been nothing short of a once-in-a-lifetime moment where they've been able to see the president of the land, they've been able to see ministers, individuals who've been responsible for the construction of roads in their constituency, and also the largest opposition party. I've seen cut and cut through NPP supporters who, after the rally at ASSIN Breku, made sure they were at ASSIN Enja to also catch a glimpse of the former president, John Dramani Mahama. And so it's been nothing short, really, of excitement for the young and the old as well, as for many of them, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, really, that all of the country will come to a standstill and will make a stop at ASSIN North for a by-election tomorrow, Joe.
And Marna, you monitored the MPP rally yesterday. Apart from the fact that the president asked constituents to discard a candidate who is likely to be in prison, what other thing can you tell us about the president's speech?
Well, he's been, amongst many other things, making the argument that they are wanting to continue the development that has been witnessed in the ASSIN North constituency. He makes the argument that they don't want it to be a one-off, and it will only be a one-off if they elect a candidate who cannot come to him with the consent of constituents, because he is the president in power. They shouldn't be electing an opposition MP who cannot make his way to the Jubilee House to negotiate development for them. And so, amongst many things, they should elect a candidate that can visit him at the Jubilee House, that can work with him and the majority, despite it being small, that they have currently in Parliament. Just away from the president as well, there's been heavy police presence here in the ASSIN North constituency, from barricades that didn't exist about 3 weeks ago to form police unit.
Well, Marine Egbertai is a reporter who is in ASSIN North, bringing us to speed on developments in the constituency prior to the by-elections tomorrow. We'll be bringing you all the latest updates here on TV3 and also our social media platforms, TV3 Ghana. In more news this morning, at 18 years, Princess KORKOR BOATENG is not just counting the numbers, she's making the numbers count in everyday life, making history as the youngest person ever to qualify as a chartered accountant in Ghana. At the age of 18, Princess says she will not rest on her laurels until she becomes a renowned financial analyst. My colleague Christian Yale reports.
Hi, Princess.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Welcome to my room.
Thank you.
Have breakfast. Have pasta.
She has broken records, inspired many, especially young girls, not just in Ghana but also in Africa. But for 18-year-old Princess KORKOR BOATENG, the saying, success in life is not for those who run fast, but for those who keep running and always on the move, is what has inspired her to become Ghana's youngest chartered accountant.
I went to Akosombo International School. When I got to primary 6, I wrote the AIS Common Entrance Exam. They have this special Common Entrance Exam you have to write before you get admitted. So I went straight from primary 6 to AIS.
At 14 years, she was already a high achiever, gaining admission at the University of Ghana after passing the West African Senior School Certificate examination. While pursuing her Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration, Princess started studying for her professional examination with the Institute of Chartered Accountant Ghana.
I knew my academic schedule. I knew how many courses I would take in a semester, and it's normally 6 courses. So I take about 4 courses from the professional program, and then I draw my timetable according to that. But then with the university, you know, after every semester there are breaks, there are long vacation breaks. So I made use of those vacation breaks as well to learn the professional course. It took about 3 years because I started in level 100. Yeah, and then I just graduated. I finished the course in April 2023.
But it was not an easy task.
First of all, combining the professional course and the academic course was very difficult because there were times I had exams the same period I was writing IEs, and I could write an IE today, and tomorrow I'd have a professional exams. Or it could even be the same day.
She beat the record of an earlier achiever, Hannah Enyan, who finished at age 19 in 2021.
She's smart, dedicated to work, and sometimes like she calls me like, Udone, like there's this thing, let's learn it, you can do it, and we meet up, have a group study. I take pride in having one of my friends, being up there. It brings me so much joy, when it is said that when one person climbs a tree, they can help the others come up.
Princess Boateng hails her parent for their contribution to her success story.
When I went to high school, she was the one who taught me accounting. So she was the one who supported me if I didn't understand anything. My mom would be the first person I would call, and she would always take me through it.
I'm more than the word proud as a mother, and I want to encourage all the youth that you can do more than Princess has done. Just look at you, look at what you can, look at the opportunities around you, and explore.
When she is not executing accounting procedures, she turns to her hobbies, playing basketball and photography.
I do have a social life. I don't necessarily party every day because my personal entertainment is not to party. I can't be partying as much as my friends were and still achieve this at 18.
I see her to be a very determined, hard-working, and then she's consistent with everything she does. She laugh, play, converse in the room like normal roommates. So I don't know, people see her in another way outside, and we also see her somehow in the room, and I think that's a nice feeling.
Indeed, the entire nation is proud of her achievement. A true prodigy, a trailblazer, who has proven that you are never too young to follow your dreams. Christian Yali, TV3 News.
Such a great feat there. We wish Princess all the best in all endeavors. And sources within government circles are denying reports that Ghana is to charge passengers heading to Ghana a $7 fee for fumigation of their bags. And the Minority Chief Whip in Parliament and ranking member on the Transport Committee, Kwame Agboja-Governance, in an interview revealed this and described it as an illegal charge since it has not been approved by Parliament. TV3 sources say President Akufo-Addo was briefed about the reports by leadership of the Ghana Airport Company, who claimed that the rumors, were false. President Akufo-Addo, after the briefing, said the team should ensure that no such charge is slapped on passengers coming to Ghana. And our international news is up next. The Wagner Group's rebellion shows that cracks are starting to form in Putin's power, the U.S. has said. And though it was short-lived, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said the mutiny was a direct challenge of Putin's authority. And Mr. Blinken told U.S. media, we've seen more cracks emerge in the Russian facade. It is too soon to tell exactly where they go, but certainly we have all sorts of new questions that Putin is going to have to address in the weeks and months ahead. Wagner chief will be exiled from Russia to Belarus as part of a truce agreed with Vladimir Putin after an explosive armed rebellion raged to Moscow on Saturday. The mutiny was called off at the 11th hour as the head of Wagner said he wanted to avoid bloodshed. Wagner's forces were about 4 hours away from Moscow when news of the dramatic turnaround came. Well, on that Russian mutiny, we end the morning news. For more news updates, you'd want to log on to our website, h3news.com. Stay with TV3 and 3news.com for all the latest updates regarding the ASSIN by-elections. My colleagues, Noella, Cookie, and Roland are standing by, looking all gorgeous to continue with the morning show. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. You guys seem so down. I don't like that.
No,
nobody's down. Nobody's down. We're really out.
Why, you want some wacha?
No, we don't need wacha. Mine is a different type of being solemn this morning. I'm angry.
Why?
Camido didn't get the BET slot for New International Act of the Year. But anyway, producers will say that's not what we're supposed to talk about. So I'm super angry. I'm very angry. Yeah. I am very angry.
Yeah, better luck.
I am angry. I am just super angry. And this morning, if there's anybody watching who knows the criteria by which he was denied. Let me no, by which he was denied. I just want to know. Because I mean, La Bianca, the lady who sang I've been drinking I mean, she was the one who got it. When did that song come?
I know.
To override Camido's Sugar King. And everything that Camido has been able to achieve under the year.
We promised to be calming down.
I know, but you see, the issues, you know, Adwa, is it possible to even calm down? It's not. I feel Camido has been robbed, honestly. If you ask me, I feel he's been robbed. But anyway, let's talk about us.
Anyway, so yeah, the by-elections is tomorrow, and you know, we just can't wait. Stakes are extremely high.
It's amazing, though. It's amazing. I've seen 2 by-elections in recent times with the type of, give me the word, I'm looking for a word, ammunition. And missiles and every other thing. In quotes, of course. In quotes, of course. I've never seen anything like it in my entire lifetime. Maybe I'm now paying attention to current affairs and politics.
It's what it is.
I am now like privy to these things, but it is what it is, right? These 2, the past one in Kumewu and this one that's about to happen tomorrow, is unprecedented, if I can use the contemporary word that politicians use. This one is unprecedented. I cannot wait for the results tomorrow.
I know,
I cannot wait for tomorrow.
Myself.
But anyway, may the best man win. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, we're bringing you exclusive, you know, updates on that. Kobna Kluche and Marinek Beta already pitched campaign in the constituency. And Roland?
Yeah.
You are part of the, you know, what's the name?
I think all of us are, right? We're playing various roles, so we'll see how that goes. It takes a team to be able to bring you a comprehensive coverage.
Sure. Right, it does though.
Right. Well, thank you, George.
Sure.
And we'll have to bring you up to speed with what we have this morning. Wherever you're watching us from, whether through our stream or just the mainstream television or whichever device, we say thank you for joining us. And we promise to give you some great content this morning. As we start the week, of course, we're all expecting to have that election. So we have to say it is the special ASSIN North by-election Eve edition of TV3 New Day. And let's take you through what we have this morning.
That's how you want to call it, right?
The special Eve edition, or the ASSIN North by-election Eve edition of TV3 New Day. So it is up-to-the-minute update right here from the team this morning. It's not only right here on television, but also through our streams, TV3 Ghana, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Our personal handles are also available. And, well, while we're angry,